Okay, today is June 24th. I'm gonna go ahead and do this before I get everything done because I don't know what the rest of the day is gonna look like. But we have a kitty in the fairy garden. Bye, kitty. Alright, we'll start with the fairy garden this time. The Calibrachoas are doing wonderful. I was going to give them a haircut when we first brought them home because they looked disgusting. Well, not disgusting, they just looked bad. And I never got around to it, and I didn't have to. Because look at this. They just filled in and went nuts. And Ellen's been doing VF11 fertilizer every week. And I think that's been a huge part of why things are looking so good. Let's see, Supertunia here. The penstemon is done blooming. We put that purple fountain grass back there because we finally found some purple fountain grass. The big red coleus, wasabi coleus back there. That coral bells, I need to deadhead it. Lemon balls, coral sedum, coral, lemon, coral, yeah, sedum. The Rudbeckias are blooming already. I always thought it took longer for Rudbeckias to bloom, but they're blooming. This Tratus cantia is blooming again. There was a bunch of stuff here that turned out to be weeds, so I pulled those out this morning. That dianthus is still in bloom. These two, the cup flower and the helenium, are doing great. Moneywort's doing good. This little carex is doing good. This guy, the honeysuckle, is climbing. Need to climb this way, honeysuckle. Okay. Here's the herb garden. The cats are peeing in the thyme, so that's not going so well. But everything else is big and bushy, except the oregano. The oregano is not big and bushy, but that's okay. The strawberries have recovered from their transplant, and the purple basil is green. It's not purple, but the variegated basil is still variegated, barely. So yeah, don't know what happened there. The pool is finally ready. Ellen brought these urns from somewhere, and we picked these up on clearance at Lowe's. So those are proven winners plants, and that was a purple fountain grass we finally found. It's looking so good. And then here's the pool pot. I'm gonna try not to sniffle everywhere. I got a cold last week, and it's taking a while for all the crud to go away. There I go again. This is a Supertunia Bordeaux. First night black fountain grass. This is black mondo grass or whatever that is. This lavender almost drowned, but it recovered. These black mamba petunias, black mambo, I don't know. Curry plant, dichondria. Here's the other urn. These sparkling amethyst superbenias are just stunning. Okay, here's the stuff. We got a purple fountain grass back there. that's a Superbenia. Oh, don't remember the name of it. And then the Super Bells, also don't remember the name of those. Picked that up from Walmart as a hanging basket. That was a leftover. This is still hanging on, but looking kind of scraggly. The black patent leather coleus is looking great. That pool is looking great. This Artemisia is full of weeds. I need to get the weeds out of it. More of the lemon coral sedum. Little rock garden area. We potted up a bunch of stuff. I just potted this up this morning. They were in separate pots. The sorrel and the chives were in separate pots and not doing well. So I potted them up in the same pot. This coleus is happy. We actually transplanted that cowpen daisy back there, and it's doing good. We picked up these caladium bulbs at Markham's, and Ellen is in love with them. They're so pretty. We did this little drift thing, and it's doing better than last year. I gotta move these big coleuses. That one and that one. And then this one down here, I think, were the ones that are getting dry the fastest. I gotta move those into the ground. Let's see, these little hostas. I really have to get these separated this fall. This thing died. We don't know why, but it failed. This pot has more of the caladium, the Wicked Witch coleus, and this, I don't remember the name of this sweet potato vine. We overwintered it, and it is just going gangbusters. More coleus. This Calibrachoa isn't doing as well as the ones in the hanging baskets. I think it's getting more shade. Oh, I need to deadhead this guy. Yep, I gotta use pruners. That Senecio is doing pretty well. Ellen said it got ants all over it. Oh, look. Little skipper. Eat the ants, little skipper. We had to move the Marrakesh coleus out of the hanging baskets on the side because the whole get up knocked over. It was a big mess. So I'll show you that in a minute. Gerber daisies hanging in there. All these coleuses are hanging in there. Millions of coleuses. Oh wait, you haven't seen millions of coleuses just yet. There's more. Got these at Walmart or Lowe's or somewhere. This coleus got hit with a branch and cut it in half or something. Something bad happened to it, but it's recovered, I would say. These little guys are doing good. Well, coleuses. This Superbenia. It's the new Superbenia this year. We finally found one, and it didn't do anything for a little while, and then it has exploded. So that's cool. This Mexican heather is good. This thing here got hit as well. with a storm that came through, and it's still trying to recover. Got a little pepper plant, the portculliuses. This petunia and this dichondria came back from seed in the pot. We just left them there. Let's see, this is, I can't see the screen, what am I pointing at? That is the Happy Returns Daylily. We got a petunia and a pentas. That's a catmint. Lemon coral sedum that we overwintered. Here's the other. Oh, this petunia isn't doing as good. I wonder why. Interesting. But this lavender is doing much better than the other lavender. It didn't get as drowned. But we've got the same plantings on this side. Overall doing well. I wonder what's going on with that petunia. Huh. Okay. And then back here we've got those are baby compass plants. That's a rosemary. It needs more sun. We got to do something with this coral honeysuckle. And then we've got sweet potato vine pot. It's doing really well. Got to make sure and overwinter those because they have the leaves that Ellen likes. We've got some starts in there. We have to put them in a cage because the cats drink the water and knock them over. So that's the back. There's my weed bucket. This is the coleus forest. Isn't that pretty? Ellen planted that all by herself. I was so proud. Look at this hydrangea. It is so pretty. Love it. Oh. Looks like we've got a little bit of damage on the Japanese maple, but considering the storms that we had, I'm not surprised. The caladiums that we put back here are still here. They're just slow. So we need to remember that in the future, that the caladiums are slow. Maybe get big caladiums to start with or something. I really love this guacamole plectranthus with the inch plant, mouse ears, whatever it's called. Really like that. Here's the other side. You can see caladium leaf popping out there. Oh, and here's where we had to take out the hanging baskets because they were too heavy and knocked everything over. So here's the cottage garden. We're really getting into summertime now, so all the roses are, well, most of the roses are done. The daisies are starting. We still have the sundrops, the evening primrose sundrops. We still have bachelor's buttons flopping all over the place. This is the bronze fennel. The false sunflower, burning hearts or bleeding hearts, I don't remember. False sunflower is blooming now. Mexican hat is flopping around. Flop, flop. This echinacea, purple coneflower, is so pretty. Every time I look at it, it's got more blooms on it. It's impressive. This rose bush is still going. And these rose bushes, this climbing rose had a second flush of blooms, so that was really pretty. Oh, I missed a weed. All right, come out. There. Other sundrops. I deadheaded the sulfur cinquefoil because I didn't want it to seed everywhere, but I waited too long and so it's still kind of seeded everywhere. This is all Japanese dianthus. I got my thumb in the yarrow. We've been using deadweed brew, and it does really well. It kills stuff. Like, kills it dead, which is neat. Only the stuff you want dead is dead. Alright. It's hot outside. These Gaillardias I transplanted from the lawn. What are they doing? They're stuck. Sniffles. This rose is blooming. This is another echinacea that, oh look, there's a butterfly. Let's see if I can get close. There's another butterfly down there. This is another echinacea that's just stunning. Here's the other bronze fennel. These black and blue salvia are starting to bloom finally. This balloon flower is blooming. I had to deadhead a bunch of this one and the other one, because it wasn't looking very good. So it's one you have to keep on top of the deadheading, I think. The Russian sage is about to bloom. This amber carpet rose is blooming still, which is nice. This hummingbird mint is blooming, finally. This is still doing really well, and I'm surprised and happy. This is not doing very well. Huh. I wonder if it wants more sun. The scabious is blooming. The giant coneflower is blooming. This rose is still blooming, but it needs some deadheading. This Gara is blooming again. I am so impressed with it. And then this Gaillardia. And over here, they put up signs and took away what little sun these poor plants over here had. So they're not very happy about that. So along the front we've got some little petunias all hanging in there. Look at these daisies. Daisies are happy. Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull weeds later on once this gets into the shade, because this is all in sun right now. So once it shades, I'm gonna pull weeds. And these are getting too much sun, so we're gonna have to move this and the other Patriot hosta. We're still watering the front, but not as much. Here's the front right now. I can't see the screen, so hopefully you can see the front. There's a little worm. A little worm. Where are you going? Anyway. So yeah, pulling weeds later on today. That needs water. That's what this is looking like. This is doing well. I haven't really spent much time up here yet today, so I'm not, oh, we still need to get that other soaker hose. Maybe I'll do that at lunchtime. Okay, these calibrachoas are doing great. And I think these are wanting less sun. We may have to move them up a step. That's happy though. This is pretty happy. Hylia's happy. I just repotted that. I really like these flowers. It's really pretty. I'm not sure what to do with the, whatever that is, Persian shield. It's too big for the space. So we need to remember that next year, that when Persian shield is happy, it gets too big. Look at these pretty flowers on the hosta. So anyway, oh, and I moved this Plectranthus down here because it just was looking like it got too much sun. This thing, I can't even see what it's doing up there, but it doesn't seem to be doing very well. So that's the garden today.